All right, so let's take a look at this last section of the chapter, and it's section 4.8, and it has to do with turtle, everyone's favorite. So let's take a look. And for some of the things that we've done in the past, you've had quite a bit of code. But for our loops, we're going to get to do some really cool things, and we're going to use loops and let the computer do the work for us. So, for example, let's take a look at a couple of kind of simple ones that we're doing. We have, this turtle one here, and we are using a loop here. So for x in range, simply using range here, 4 times, we're going to move forward and turn right 90 degrees. So we get this nice little square. Okay, so it's going to iterate 4 times, draw this little square for us. All right, so another one, if we wanted to do a stop sign, we're going to iterate this 8 times at a 45-degree angle. So we're just going to walk our way around here and put it back together all the way around, get a nice little piece here. Okay, so again, the loops are doing the work for us. We don't have to, if we were to do this before, we'd had to copy and paste this or, find some other way of doing this so that it would draw each little one and turn and go forward and do all that kind of good stuff. But it's so nice to have the loop do it for you. Okay, so again, really, really simple code here to get this done. And you can imagine if you had to do this yourself, it'd be a lot longer. Okay, so without using a loop. All right, so let's look at some super cool ones. All right, so I've got a couple here to show you. And in this particular one, we have uh, for this particular code, you can see there are constants used. So it's the same thing that we had before, except for, for this one, instead of putting the numbers directly down here, they're constants. So the loop will stay the same. You can simply change these numbers if you want to mess around with it. All right. So, and there's a link to it. So let's see what this one will look like. All right. So here is the little piece that we have. We've got two different ones that we're gonna check out. Okay, and we've got for this one we're setting up the animation speed too, just so I can show you kind of a fast and then slow way of doing it. So I added that to it. But we've got number of circles. We've got 36 circles that we're going to draw. The radius is at 100, so that's totally fine. The angle at 10, so 360 degrees. So we're going to go all the way back around. So 10 times 36 will give us 360, so it's going all the way around. And the animation speed at 100 just to make it go quickly. All right, and we're going to draw this in. So if you see this run, you'll see, again, we're going pretty quickly here. You'll see it's simply drawing circles in, changing it, moving around, and doing this cool little pattern. There's lots of things you can do in this loop. You can mix this up. You could have it change colors each time. You can add things into the loop if you really want to play with them. Okay. So taking a look at the next one, if we were to go, and I don't know, it's just kind of fun stuff, I think. So this next one will draw a little sequence of 36 straight lines to make this little starburst looking thing. So here we go again. Animation speed is up there, but hopefully not too quick. Well, that's pretty high, but kind of see us run. It's a little fast. Let's slow this thing down a second. So anyway, so it gives you this nice little kind of design thing in here. So maybe I'll slow it down to like, I don't know, 8. We'll see what happens. Okay, so here we go. We're just drawing these in, changing the angle each time, and it's working its way around and drawing those in, filling them in each time. And then we'll stop. So there's a little bit of playing around with this as you're trying to figure these things out. It's super fun, I think, to do. So hopefully you'll enjoy messing around with this stuff and trying to figure out what you want to do with each one of these. And you'll see there are two homework assignments. There's one where you draw this little like star pattern, and then there's another one that you'll see in there too. And I think they're kind of fun to mess with. So have fun using the loops with Turtle. I don't care if you use them a constant, and set this all up like this or anything. If you just want to set it up as a loop and just run with it, similar to like with this, that's totally fine. I don't really care if you do it the other way with the stuff all listed up. So it's up to you on how you want to set it up, and I'll give you a chance to play around and figure that stuff out. So you'll see that now instead of having a lot of code to set up and all, for these things, you can set up the loop, figure out the loop, and then you just have to figure out the angles. That's always the biggest thing, the angles and how many times and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, have fun with Turtle again.